We have team coverage this afternoon as we continue to follow the breaking news here at home. Las Vegas Metro Police updating us on the investigation into the murder of Review Journal reporter Jeff Gehrman. Now we're getting a first look at the mugshot of Robert Tellis, a county official who was arrested yesterday for the murder of Gehrman. 8 News Now investigator David Charles joining us live at Metro headquarters with what he's now learned. David.
Well, Heather, as the 8 News Now investigators first reported last night, DNA from items found in Robert Tellis's West Valley home connected him to the murder of Jeff Gehrman. And Sheriff Joe Lombardo and the detectives working this case gave us an update here at Metro headquarters just about 2 hours ago. You saw it right here on 8 News Now. Those detectives saying that they found a bloody shoe inside Tellis's home. They also say they found a hat matching the one that you saw in that surveillance video that detectives had released of a suspect just days ago. We now know that that person in that video was Tellis walking away from Gehrman's home moments before his stabbing death. Now today, sources telling the investigators Tellis stabbed Gehrman 7 times. As you saw in our reporting yesterday, police released Tellis after questioning him, only to then arrest him just a couple hours later, and we had that barricade we aired live. So I asked police why there was a delay.
We wanted to provide a medical attention, which we were successful in doing so, and then we also wanted to make sure that we were consulting with our district attorney's office and ensuring a solid case to keep building the evidence, and that's what we did successfully. Thank you.
Sources telling the investigators that Tellis harmed himself in his home before his arrest. Police also telling us the SUV you saw in those photos and then the one that they found in Tellis's driveway and towed away is registered in Tellis's wife's name. They tell us Tellis became a suspect early on due to those public comments he had made about Gehrman in his reporting. Now back out here live, Sheriff Joe Lombardo making a rare public appearance because of this high-profile case. They put so many resources in solving this and solving this homicide quickly. We will tell you what the sheriff said and also bring you some new details coming up this afternoon live at 4 o'clock. For now, I'm David Charles live outside Metro. My colleague Victoria Saha is live outside the Regional Justice Center where Robert Tellis is expected to be in court at 1:30 this afternoon. Victoria, what are you learning?
Hey there, David. Thank you. Yep, Robert Tellis will be facing the judge for the first time since being charged with the murder of Jeff Gehrman. And it was an intense situation that led up to his arrest, starting from yesterday morning up until late last night as police tried to take custody and charge Tellis. Ultimately, it was DNA evidence that led police to their suspect. Ever since Jeff Gehrman was found stabbed to death outside his home Saturday morning, police have been urging for the public's help to find his killer. After releasing new video of the suspect and a potential car earlier in the week, by Wednesday, Tellis was the prime suspect. Wednesday morning, police issued a search warrant at Tellis's house, questioning him at Metro, and they confiscated potential evidence, including his car and clothing. Hours later, Tellis returned home in a white jumpsuit and refused to comment. Then, as police were trying to contact him, there was no answer at the door. Sources tell our 8 News Now investigators Tellis was taken into custody after he was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening self-inflicted wounds. Our 8 News Now cameras were there as he was wheeled in. Now, for the first time, we are hearing from Gehrman's family. They sent in a statement to 8 News Now saying, in part, we're shocked, we're saddened and angry about his death. Jeff was committed to seeking justice for others and would appreciate the hard work by local police. Again, Robert Tellis will be in court in just over an hour. He's facing an open murder charge. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to my colleague, Candace, who's outside the public administrator's office. Candace, has there been any new developments?
Good afternoon, folks. Well, the building where Robert Tellis worked is still closed, and I've spoken to some of the people who are running for his position now, and they tell me that this all comes as a shock, of course. The public administration building was searched by police Wednesday morning. Employees were told to go home Wednesday afternoon, and it's been closed ever since. I reached out to the city official who beat Tellis in the primaries for the position, Rita Reed. Her husband told me her phone was confiscated during the search. Reed's on the November ballot with Tabitha Aldebag and Patsy Brown for Tellis's position as public administrator. Brown's campaign team told me this incident has everyone, including Brown, on alert.
The concern of personal safety. And I know that's something that a lot of the employees of the public administrator's office, even the candidates who are also seeking office for public administrator, that's something that is going to resonate and be at the forefront of their mind.
Well, Brown had a bit of controversy herself. She was recently arrested for a DUI. Her campaign team says she's been mourning her father and that she was set to meet with Gurman next week. I reached out to Tabitha and didn't get a response, but the county sent this statement saying, quote, the death of Jeff Gurman was both shocking and tragic, and we join with our community in being stunned at how this situation has continued to evolve over the last few days. The public administrator is an elected position, and the county is reviewing its options under the law regarding Robert Tellis's current status as the public administrator. The safety of our county employees and the public is our top priority, and the county has suspended Mr. Tellis's access to county offices or property. Now, they say it is undetermined at this time when this building will reopen. Of course, we will keep you up to date. Well, stick with us right here for the latest. Heather.
All right, Candace, thank you so much for that report. Now, Gehrman, as we've reported, was a journalist here in Las Vegas for nearly 4 decades. The Las Vegas Review-Journal executive editor released a statement on the arrest, and here's what it reads in part. The arrest of Robert Tellis is at once an enormous relief and an outrage for the Review-Journal newsroom. We're relieved that Tellis is in custody and outraged that a colleague appears to have been killed for reporting on an elected official.